Hello, this week I thought we would talk about rummaging through your stuff and then you find what I call bonus blocks. These bonus blocks were left over from a quilt that I made a few years ago for Moda Bake shop, and it was called Arrows Plus a Bonus. And these were the bonus. They are a small version of the large oversized quilt blocks, and it was during a time a few years ago when I made several arrow quilts, and I was exploring lots of ideas on how to make arrow shapes. Now what's super fun about this is when you join four of them together, because they're on the diagonal, you have a couple of different options and you get first and secondary patterns. I'll show you that on the design wall. So I had this large quilt, and left over were these blocks, and look, I found them. I haven't sewn them together. Why? They're beautiful. They are made out of a Moda fabric that looks like a shibori dyed, beautiful indigo type of dyeing. It's a traditional method, but since I don't have a lot of space or have the time yet to try hand dyeing, because all of these are sewn or kind of tie-dye type of effect, well, this is perfect because then I won't get this blue all over the house. So I went through and I counted. There are in fact 16 of these beautiful arrows, and they are so cute. And I wanted to make the little companion quilt to the one that I made that was large. And then with some leftover strips, I experimented and I found this oversized block. And I'm not a real big fan because I didn't do enough contrast between the light and the dark to make it interesting enough. But I thought, wouldn't this be a great back? And I can enlarge it with white as I need it for my little bonus block. So if you're like me, I have a drawer full of bonus blocks or orphan blocks or test blocks, and I'm like, why haven't I done these before? Why have they sat so long? Because this is some of my all-time favorite. Well, when you trim down the size of the block, these are a little stretchy on the bias, little they're orphaned and left alone for a reason, because some of these don't quite line up. See how that's why I left it, because I was not in the mood to try and get these points all to line up. So today I'm making it all go together, and I have let go of the idea that I'm going to have all of the points perfectly line up. They're just not going to. There are 16 of those arrows, and so I'm going to make 4 of these X blocks. Now I like how I was able to get the contrast in this with the white Moda grunge and the shibori dyed fabric. So that's what I'm up to, and we will come back when I have these all sewn together. They'll be pressed and on the design wall, and you can see that I'm here to tell you that we all get quilters. We get these stacks of unfinished projects, UFOs. This was a whip at one time because it was a bonus block, and I was really thinking about what I wanted to do and how I was going to put it together. Was I going to enlarge it? Was I going to add more color? Was I going to buy more shibori? Well, this line is no longer available, but there are new ones coming out in April of this year of this type of fabric. And then a few years go by, and you know what? I forgot about them. I did. I forgot about these until I started going through my orphan block bin again, and I found this. This is one of the few quilts where I have a bonus, and these bonus blocks were left over from the construction of the large quilt. At the end, I will show you a picture that I took of the large quilt called Arrows, and you can see these bonus blocks will be shown on the design wall at the end. I've decided 2021 is the year to finish it up and get these things done and out of the bins. And I have a lot of UFOs. I'm getting to where I don't have as many whips and orphan blocks, so we're getting down there. But I want to finish these things up. 2021 is the year for me to do it. And I really am going to, I'm really going to do it. And I want to be able to like start, I don't know, next year with a clean slate with crafting and quilting. I have lots and lots of fabric in my room. I'm looking at my stash. And I want to be able to play, but I can't right now because I have these things pressing on my mind. Does that ever happen to you? So we'll be back and I will show you this quilt top put together on my design wall. There will be a link in the description below to the free pattern on Moda Bake shop for putting this quilt together. It's gorgeous in any colorway that you want. I think it has a fun X, almost wrought iron garden gate type of a feel to it. But you can play around with these blocks and set them in a million different ways to get a totally different look. So thanks for joining me this week. I'll see you again next week, and click to the link in the description to Moda Bake Shop and you can make your own quilt with some bonus blocks, but don't let them sit as long as I did. It's super fun to work, I think, on small projects. So have a great week. And quilt on, everyone. You can see I have my 16 blocks together. This is a Moda Bake Shop fabric made by Debbie Maddie. I like this layout quite a bit, and the little oversized square on the right hand side will be incorporated into the back.